It's time once again to slip into your camo, grab your bow, and join us out in the field for another episode of the Up North Journal, presented by PSE Archery. The Up North Journal crew is knocked and ready to rock for another exciting adventure. So let's step outside and hit the trail.
This episode is brought to you by PSE Archery,
Black Eagle Arrows,
Cabela's,
Antler Action,
Spot Shooter Archery,
Tom's Custom Turkey Calls,
Family Traditions Tree Stands,
and Badass Slingshots.
The 2015 Dream Season Decree is a deadly combination of speed and precision. It's built for the moments when time stands still. When the only thing that will break the silence is an arrow slicing a clean path to the kill zone. The bow of your dreams is a nightmare for big game. This is PSE's Decree. Experience PSE. Experience performance.
We know the future of hunting depends on our nation's youth. But did you know that in many states, it's illegal for you to take your son or daughter hunting until the age of 12 or even older? As a result, we have fewer young hunters, and the Families Afield program is designed to eliminate those barriers. Hunting is safe, and the safest hunters afield are young people with adult mentors. Visit our website at familiesafield.org to find out how you can bring more families afield.
Welcome back to another Up North Journal Minicast.
Something you're going to hear in the next 3 to 5 minutes, not on our main show, but we're going to talk to you about it here on our Minicast.
No way. There's no way you're going to do this in 3 to 5 minutes.
We have to have a target. We have to have a target for Minicast.
But we don't ever hit it.
You know what? We're going to try it. In this Minicast, we're going to talk trapping with none other than Randy Duncan.
The Mad Trapper.
The Mad Trapper, because he was talking about...
Hat with flaps.
As we talked, if you listen to the other Minicast about the Onyx map, he used it, and he found a spot that he's going to be trapping in. And I'm not a trapper. Only thing... Oh, I lied.
Uh-oh.
I
trap mice.
Uh-oh.
6 of them, baby.
Nice. Look at you.
Yeah. Actually, my daughter's got... My daughter, she got most of them.
He's running trap line.
Yeah, we were running the trap.
If it was multiple traps or if it was just...
I had 4 traps out.
Did you check them every day?
Absolutely.
All right.
And then in the middle of the night, you heard a little snap. Good to go.
Oh, boy.
But yeah, no, Randy, you used the Onyx maps.
Yep.
You found a pond that you think's got pretty good number of muskrat in.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the price is for muskrat for whatever it's going right now.
If you're trapping for money...
Nothing.
Not going to happen?
You're
nowhere.
Yeah, and that's the bad thing is everybody's thinking that you're going to go make all this money trapping. It's
not going to happen.
You want to do it for the... Well, I take that back. If you want to be a professional trapper and do, long line sets of hundreds of traps over miles, or if you want to go out west, and hunt or trap coyotes or...
Well, you can trap coyote here, that's for sure. But, all right, so tell me, because I am not a trapper, what's your plan of attack for this little pond of getting these muskrats? So people that are thinking about getting into this to do some trapping, what do they need to do?
For me personally, with it being public land, I don't use my best traps because there's a chance that they may come up missing.
Oh, they might grow legs and walk away from you.
Yeah.
So first decide whether you're going to be using private land or public land.
Yeah.
And then that'll determine either you use your good traps or bad traps.
At the trapping conventions or even I don't even know if they're called rendezvous, but sometimes if you get a group of trappers together, usually somebody has a pile of traps that are experienced traps. So they're not new and shiny. They're all beat up and
right.
And might have a little delay or something, so you can mess with them.
Okay.
To help.
So what size trap are you going to use for these muskrats?
On this pond, probably 110s.
110s. Now, when you say
110 conibear, the conibear body grip traps.
Okay, so that grips them by the body.
Yeah, it
kills them.
Oh yeah, it snaps them pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Lights out.
Yep.
Lights out immediately, obviously, and
yep. And I mean, I've got some 110 or number 0 and number 1 long spring foothold traps that I may use for float sets. And
okay,
it's just it's a float that you put out in the water.
Right.
And then you put some bait on it, apples or whatever, and then you put the traps kind of below the water line, so when the muskrats will jump up on this float to try to get to the bait, they'll snap, they'll get their foot caught in the foothold trap, and they'll jump off. Well, when they do, they jump in the water, and the trap has enough weight on, because the muskrat's not real big, that basically the muskrat
drowns them. It drowns them. All right. Is there anything special you got to do to the trap before you take it out into the woods, out for the set? Do you have to condition the trap if they're brand new or anything like that? Anything you got to do to them, or can you just take them?
There's that there's that school of thought when it comes to trapping, because some guys are. It all depends on what school you belong to, because there's guys that are strictly about we're dyeing them, we're waxing them, we're doing everything. There's a lot of guys that just let them rust. And
what do you plan on doing? What's your thought?
I use speed dip and spray paint.
Okay.
So, and speed dip is there's a couple different kinds, and it's basically just a dye that you cut or you mix with gasoline.
Yep.
You put it in a bucket, you drop your traps in, 5, 10, 15 seconds, slosh it around a little bit, pull them out, you let them dry. And then that coating, I've got some traps that I've set a couple years and still the coating's still on them.
All right.
So some of the other ones, I just use straight black spray paint.
So how many traps do you think you're going to use on this pond?
Well, probably half dozen.
All right, cool. And you're going to go check them every day, your thought is? I think
state
law says you have to check them every day?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep, every day.
Yep.
Cool.
Unless you're in the UP, then it's 48 hours.
Oh, I did not know
because
that.
Of the snow and weather and all that.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
You didn't have to check your mice traps in every day. You can check them every other day.
I'll remember that next time I'm up. So Randy's going to be heading out soon, getting his traps ready. Obviously, we're going to check back with him, and we'll find out if he gets over to this pond and gets himself some muskrats. And then we'll have to go into the details of what he did to.
And the boys want to run a trap line with me. So
there you go.
There you go. Family deal.
It's a great way to get out, get the family involved, and get them outdoors. Teach them a little bit about the basics of nature.
I tell you what, it definitely. I've seen different episodes on different other outdoor shows. Exactly. They've got from teenagers running trap lines, getting out before school, going to check them, the whole 9 yards, to older gentlemen kind of doing it as a retirement thing.
Right on.
So, I think that's a good way to get into trapping. And, any questions about it, get on Facebook, and Randy will be glad to answer them.
Absolutely. That'll do it for this minicast. This episode was brought to you by PSE Archery,
Black Eagle Arrows,
Cabela's,
Antler Action,
Spot Shooter Archery,
Tom's Custom Turkey Calls,
Family Traditions Tree Stands,
and Badass Slingshots.
Thanks for listening, and join us again here next week. Until then, remember, as we always like to say, if you're out on the water or in the woods, shoot straight and be safe. Until next week on the Up North Journal.